The United board made the announcement that they were parting company with McCall in a statement this morning. Nick Rugby has spent the day monitoring developments at Tannadice.
Oh, we're definitely capable of getting out of it, and I think we will.
But Ian McCall didn't make it. He left Tannadice late this afternoon, having thrashed out his severance package with the club.
All the best.
Cheers guys, all the best.
Ian, did you get resolution?
Dundee United's senior squad arrived at Tannadice this morning with the winds of change in the air. It would be the last time they'd meet Ian McCall with him as their manager. McCall was told by the United board this morning that his services were no longer required. His departure confirmed in a statement on behalf of Chairman Eddie Thompson.
Dundee United today announced that they have parted company with their manager Ian McCall. Assistant manager Gordon Chisholm will take charge of the team in the interim period. Eddie Thompson, chairman of Dundee United, said, "I find this an extremely sad day as Ian McCall was well respected at this club. I and my board wish him well for the future."
The man now tasked with looking after United's fortunes, in the short term at least, is McCall's former right-hand man, Gordon Chisholm.
It has been very emotional. I'm really disappointed. I feel I've let him down in ways, but really things have got to move on. You know, I spoke to the chairman. He's given me an opportunity. It's a chance for me to go and to stake a claim for myself. You know, and obviously all I can do is take one game at a time and try and do as well as I can.
McCall's two-year tenure has been hanging by a thread since United were thrashed 7-1 by Rangers in the CIS Cup semi-final. The club have won only 4 times in 29 games in the SPL, and Saturday's 3-0 defeat by Kilmarnock was the last nail in the coffin.
You would really say the writing's been on the wall since the board at Tannadice made public their dissatisfaction with the results in the league position as far back as December. And then a month ago, after the CIS Cup semi-final defeat, Ian was almost sacked then, so it's no real surprise given the fact that results haven't improved enough.
The United board say they'll now drop a list of suitable managerial candidates for the manager's hot seat.
Well, a short time ago, Dundee United chairman Eddie Thompson had this to say about today's events.
It's been a very hard today because, as everyone knows, there's a very close relationship between Ian McCall's manager and myself as chairman. Unfortunately, because of results, because of the position in the league, and because of relegation threatening, I had to act. But it's been very difficult because we've always been in friendly terms, and I wish Ian McCall all the best. Having said that, I've also got to wish Gordon Chisholm all the best, because Gordon's stepping into the breach as interim manager. He will be considered along with other candidates over the weeks to come to decide where we go from here.
Yes, Tyrone, there's been a very sombre mood here on Tannadice Street today, not only among the players but also Eddie Thompson, as you heard earlier, has voiced his sympathy for McCall. But as you'll be well aware, things move very quickly in football, and speculation is already mounting as to who'll replace him in the Tannadice hot seat. As news broke of Ian McCall's departure from Tannadice, attention immediately turned to who will replace him in the long term. Chairman Eddie Thompson is wasting no time in drawing up a list of potential candidates. Already on the shortlist is McCall's former assistant Gordon Chisholm, who will take charge of the team in the interim. Despite a tough run of games coming up, starting with the visit of Celtic this weekend, Chisholm is confident he can help United beat the drop and secure the job on a permanent basis.
It's all going to be on results, you know. I'll drive them as hard as I can. Obviously, they're very difficult games, but it's something I've got to have confidence in myself and drive them on and get the best out of the players, get more than what we have been getting out of the players. That's what it's down to now. You know, that's down to me. I'm in possession, being a manager just now, so I fully intend to hold on to it.
Speculation sweeping the city today suggested former United chairman and manager Jim McClain could be set for a dramatic return to the hot seat until the end of the season. But the Tannadice side have denied that will happen. Other names in the frame include former Scotland manager Craig Brown. Brown is currently in the USA on coaching business and isn't due to return until Wednesday. Former Dundee boss Jockey Scott, United striker Billy Dodds and former player Dave Bowman are also being linked. Another name being linked with the job is recently appointed Inverness Cally Thistle boss Craig Brewster. However, North Tonight understands Brewster, a Tannadice legend, doesn't want to be considered for the post. Former United player and manager Paul Sturrock has already ruled himself out of the running. Well, joining me now is Joe Rice from the Federation of Dundee United Supporters Clubs. Joe, what's the feeling amongst the fans? Are they happy or sad to see McCall go?
As you know, Stephanie, it's always a sad day when someone loses their job. As far as the results and performance have been concerned recently, today's decision wasn't really a big surprise to any United supporter, basically.
And of the names that have already been mentioned, I mean, who would you like to see take over the manager's position?
I think Gordon Chisholm is in there as interim manager. That is what Dundee United have decided to go with. Every Dundee United supporter should get along and be behind the team and behind the manager just now in what is 9 vital games till the end of the season.
So how confident are you that United can avoid relegation?
We have the players, there's no doubt about that. The application hasn't been there for large parts of the season. We need it to be spot on for the rest of the season. The fans need to be there, the players need to be there, and given that both we're doing that, we can avoid relegation.
But is it a worrying time for Dundee United at the moment?
It's a worrying time, sure. No one likes to be bottom of the table. The chairman's made a decision today which he hopes will rectify the situation. Me as a supporter, and hopefully all supporters, will get along and it will rectify the situation.
OK, Joe Rice, thank you very much for joining us. And that's it from us here at Tannadice. Back to you, Tyrone, in the studio.
Gordon Chisholm will take the team on a temporary basis after the weekend defeat at Kilmarnock left them bottom of the SPL. McCall has been in compensation talks all afternoon, and as Jeff Webster reports, he's the latest casualty in a long line of Tannadice managers.
Dundee United today announced that they have parted company with their manager Ian McCall. Assistant manager Gordon Chisholm will take charge of the team in the interim period.
It was just over 2 years ago that Ian McCall arrived at the club with a reputation as a young manager going places quickly. But despite having worked wonders on a shoestring at Falkirk, Airdrie, Morton and Clydebank, he ultimately failed to turn things around at Tannadice. Saturday's 3-0 defeat at Kilmarnock was the final straw for chairman Eddie Thompson and the board. United now bottom of the SPL, a point behind Livingston. But McCall had been hovering in the departure lounge since last month's humiliating 7-1 defeat by Rangers in the semi-finals of the CIS Insurance Cup. Defeat on Saturday merely rubber-stamped his one-way ticket out of Tannadice. The search for a new manager begins. McCall's assistant has been put in temporary charge.
It's something I've got to have confidence in myself and drive them on and get the best out of the players, get more than what we have been getting out of the players. That's what it's down to now. You know, that's down to me. I'm in possession of being a manager just now, so I fully intend to hold on to it.
Ever since United's glory days of the 1980s, when managed by Jim McLean, there's been a steady stream of bosses arriving and departing Tannadice. There was a Scottish Cup for Ivan Golacs, but Billy Kirkwood, Tommy McLean, Paul Sturrock, Alex Smith and Paul Hegarty have all come and gone without bringing back the good times. Sturrock's name is bound to be linked once again with Tannadice, as will Craig Brown, Jockey Scott and current player Billy Dodds. As for Ian McCall, his rapid rise through the managerial ranks has been brought to a sudden halt. Few, however, would bet against a comeback.